Education Makeup. I love to meet as a group because it gives us a chance to get to know each other and it's just more fun. But since you couldn't make it, here's all of the things that we discussed. Please take some notes. Please reach out with questions. There's a lot of information in here and we'll cover it pretty quickly. I am not going to ask you your child's name in class, but I hope that you use the chance to get to know the other parents in your class and the other kids. I do really want my groups to be a community feel. This is a quote by Plato that I really love. It says, "The function of beauty is in the education of children. The function of beauty in the education of children is to lead them imperceptibly to love through sensory experience what they will learn to know in its own form as an intelligible principle." Teaching music can be in their souls. That's how this class is set up. It's not just learning to play an instrument. We really want to lead them through sensory experience to become musicians. Let's Play Music is broken into 6 unique semesters, so 3 years total. As you can see, each semester has a color theme and an icon or something. Right now we're in red balloons. The first year is red balloons and blue bugs, and then it goes on to green turtles, yellow arrows, and then purple magic and orange roots. Why Let's Play Music? Let's Play Music solves the piano playing dilemma. You read about this in the Google form you filled out. The piano playing dilemma is that most piano teachers want kids to have pretty good knowledge of not only how to read, but they want their dexterity to be developed enough that they can play individually. But the window of opportunity for children to learn music, as we're going to see right here pretty soon here, is that they're ready to learn music much younger. That early music window starts as early as 3 years old. We don't want to require them to read. We don't require them to be able to write. Their little fingers can just hold a mallet. That's all we really need. We also believe that talent can be something that is developed. It's an actual skill. And we want to teach your children talents like singing on key, playing with great technique, playing an instrument with great technique, understanding musicianship so that they can create their own music. We developed this program. Shelley Solberg is the one who created it. She developed it based on the masters of musical education, Zoltan Kodály, Carl Orff, and Émile Jacques Delcros. They are amazing. If you go back and look at the things that they taught, they were very unique for their time, and they really turned music education on its head in a wonderful way. So what is your child going to learn in Let's Play Music? They will learn far beyond just how to play the piano. We train their ears. We train them to understand how to read the staff in a way that helps them sight read. It's a very chord-based education, so they're going to learn how to hear and play and build chords. Classical studies comes in the form of our puppet shows. And voice lessons, we want them to be able to sing on pitch. We've been working on Do is Home, which is a perfect pitch exercise. We want kids to be able to pull that pitch right out of the air. And then instrument playing, rhythm, all of these things. This seems like a lot for a 4 to 6 year old, right? So how do we teach this in an appropriate way? With play. Let's play music, full body involvement. We experience things before we learn the name of it. And it is all research-based. Because our curriculum has such a unique approach, we'd like to educate you on how the curriculum flows, right? So we talked about the 3-year progression. The first year is focused on things like experiencing rhythms, seeing the staff without understanding exactly what the notes are, singing in tune. We work on that with Ed. We identify steps and skips on the staff. So the things that you see in the first year are hard to really see if they've learned it, but all of that comes together in the second year when we put all that we've learned to work at the keyboard. So at home, you don't need a piano or a keyboard until the second year of the program. And you will need one to practice on at home. And in class, the kids will get their own keyboards. And this is where we play on the keyboards. We play the chords, we play melodies, we start playing with both hands. And then the third year, everything comes together. The third year is fantastic. It's called Purple Magic and Orange Roots. This is where we really get deep. You could consider the theory that they learn in the third year. It's equivalent to a lot of the theory that you would learn in a high school or college class. Inversions, composing, improvising, wonderful things here. I wanted to play this little bit of Victoria. I think I played this for some of you before, if it's going to work here. No, it's not going to work. But that last one was a video of my graduate, Victoria, and she won the National Let's Play Music Composition Contest with her composition, Victoria's Surprise Day. This is the final piece de resistance. This is what we work towards, this composition, where they have so much that they understand about rhythm and chords, all of the things we've been talking about, and they get to put it together in their own unique way. And I love this part of the program. So moving on, what is your role in class? This is the important part, all right? So I really want you to understand what you are expected to do in class. I'll send you a link to this video here. Oh, maybe it'll work. Let's watch this quickly. There might be an ad. Okay, it's not available. 1 second. Come back to me. There we go. Let me sum up the video. The video shows some research that was done when a child was in a high chair and their mom is interacting with this baby. It's a little, 1-year-old-ish, maybe even younger. And the baby is matching the facial expressions of the mom, smiling and giggling and interacting. And then the mom turns her body and turns back and has no emotion on her face, no reaction, and just looks at the child. And the child, through just about a minute, maybe even less, of time, goes from trying to get the mom to respond to her to just full-on tears and frustration because they're not getting any feedback from their parent. And this is a demonstration of how important emotional connection is. We want to allow you to bond with your child through this musical education experience. We know that children will learn better if they're with a parent who they know loves them and who they know loves learning what they're learning. So we really value that emotional connection. We want you to learn how to practice. Participating in class is going to help you know how to practice at home. We want you to be an example of enjoying this, right? Pretend like you're at Disneyland for every class. If you enjoy it, your child will too. And it's fine if they're having a sit and observe day, you can still show that you're having fun. Sit behind your child on the floor and participate just like your child is. And we've talked about this, but we never force participation. Let the silence just sit in the room, right? You participate and allow the child to participate in whatever degree they prefer. Your child is still learning, even if they aren't visibly participating. Now, this one is really hard for even me when I was a parent in the program. Don't repeat the teacher's instructions. It's really hard to do. Just trust me on this one. Let me give the instruction. If your child missed it or if they don't follow it, it's okay. Let them look around and observe and see, what just happened? What are they doing? Your kid's going to figure it out. And this will help me in the long run not have to repeat myself several times. If I need your help with something, I will ask you. Otherwise, allow your child to listen at their pace. It's going to be okay. And it really disrupts learning when I have 6 or 7 moms whispering what I just said to their kids' ears. Instead of listening to me, they're listening to you. So really, you don't need to be an enforcer or an interpreter between your child and myself. It can really undermine my role as the instructor. So it confuses your child about who they're supposed to be listening to in class. So just come and be prepared to be one of the kids and have fun and listen. Here's a couple of basic guidelines. Parents attend all odd number lessons without any other children. So you'll need to develop a child care regimen if you have that issue. Let me go back, actually. Occasionally, if you can't make it, let me just tell you that I would rather have you, I'm getting there. I would rather have your child come without you than your child miss because a parent can attend with them. So that's the second line of defense. If you can't make it because of childcare problems, send your child anyway. I'll be their parent that day. Or if you can get a step in, like a grandma or an aunt or an older teenager, like babysitter sort of thing, they can come too. But it's better that they're there without an adult than that they miss. Your practice sessions at home, it's most important that you keep them as natural and fun as possible. Again, we don't have to force participation. First, your practice should feel like play, not really practice. You can say, hey, let's play the songs from class today. Never like, it's time to get our homework done, right? You assist them in homework and you might have to do most of it yourself. Again, we're not starting with them having huge skills with their fine motor skills. They might not be able to even hold a pencil really well. So you might be helping them with their homework by actually holding the pencil and doing the writing for them. The bell practice only has to be done once a week, and the written homework is just a little sheet of homework that you can get done anytime. Please feel free to reach out to me with any questions always. You'll get a weekly email from me, and that's one way that I communicate with you, but you can text me or email me or call me anytime. At home, if your child doesn't know the music, they're not going to engage. This picture is like you're that one person at a concert who doesn't really know the band, and everyone's having so much fun, and you're like, I don't get it. When you're familiar with the music, it's just more fun. And I don't want to sing by myself. So please learn the music, practice singing along. It makes the whole experience a lot better. One thing that's listed here as an idea for providing continual access to your child, if they want to listen to it without you having to give over your phone or whatever, is to put it on an iPad or a device they have access to. There's also Yoto players where you can download the music on an MP3 card and then you use it in their little Yoto players. If you haven't seen those are super awesome and could be a good investment for this 3-year progression of the program, allowing the kid to have their own device they can play the music on in a way that you control. This is what you'll see in each of the homeworks or in the emails that I send you. The top part, the teacher tidbits, is something that I change every week depending on what's going on in class. So at least read that part, and the other parts will be things that support learning at home. Moving on, some additional information that is important to know. The tote bag is a tool. The tote bag only comes to class when parents come to class with the bells. So if you're not coming to class, if it's just your child, send them just with their booklet. If they bring water bottles, I'll ask that they put those on the front bench just so they don't get tipped over. And then my experience is they get left if they get set down anywhere else in the house. So I have them put those on the front bench. But if your child can last 45 minutes without a water bottle, maybe have them get a sip before and then they can get a sip after. Just less things for them to forget here. Notice if you take a peek at your bells that you'll get, the bells have an uppercase and a lowercase letter on some of the bells, and those refer to different keys that we're in. So the uppercase is the key of C, and the lowercase is the key of F. And sometimes the homework will refer for you to specifically use the bells based on which key we're singing in. So I'm just mentioning that now in case it feels different than how it sounded in class when you're trying to play the bells. Note that the upper and lowercase is sensitive. It is important. Always refer to your class calendar. Your class calendar is a live link that's attached to every newsletter. If it changes, I'll let you know that it's changing, and you'll be able to see that on the live link. The app is free. You can log into it on several different devices. At the very top of the app, if you even are able to, you could open it now. There's a carousel at the top that has tons of great information and links for you. It has a link for the makeup and skills videos. So if there's ever something you're not sure about, check there first. There might be something there that will help you with a skill that you missed in class, or if you want to purchase an entire video makeup lesson or to review, that's on there as well. Links to the digital library are there. Helps on if you're having trouble with things, then there's one that says not seeing your new music albums, try refreshing the app. So there's a lot of things here that will help you. So make sure you get access to that app right away. You use the same credentials that you use to enroll your child, the same email and password when you order the materials. That's how you're going to access the music in the app. This is what's on the app. It's super fun. So I want you to, for sure, let's go down. The auto harp is fun. You might want to use the auto harp on like an iPad or a tablet. It's hard to use on a small phone. The ribbon is the learning activities, and there are some cute ones for red balloons, or maybe they're only for the sound beginnings activities. But play around with it. See what you can find there. I will be sending messages in there. So if you go to the gear in the upper right settings and then put push notifications enabled, that's going to make sure that you're receiving the messages that I am sending you. Please do that now. This is the auto harp, and these are the skills videos. So there's going to be things on the back of your workbook. There's also a QR code that will take you to those skills videos. Or you can access it through the app on the carousel. What do you do if you miss class? If you missed an even day, like a day where parents don't attend, it's probably just fine that you just miss a day. If you miss an even day or an odd day where parents do attend, there tends to be more information shared on those days. Please consider purchasing a makeup video on those days. But if it's ever just one day, it's really just fine. It's more like prolonged absence. If you missed several days and several classes in a row, you'll definitely want to at least purchase one of those videos to make up with. You can always reach out to me if you feel like you can progress without a video and just have a question on one or two things. I have some things I can share with you too to support that. And please just let me know when you're going to miss a video or when you're going to miss class. These are some of the resources that they have playing the major scale with the right hand, for example, and the makeup videos. There's a lot of wonderful resources too that Let's Play Music puts out there. If you're on social media, make sure to look for them. They have freebies, they have information, they have activities. I learn a lot from following them on Facebook and on Instagram. So those are my two things that I use. The podcast is also super interesting. I often share podcasts with certain parents with things that they're struggling with, or there's just a lot of education that happens on the podcast. So please seek out Let's Play Music resources there. My studio guidelines, you had to sign those when you did the Google form. I'll just point out that if you are paying with a charter, it's your responsibility to make sure they get me the information about that the purchase order gets to me. And otherwise, I am so grateful that you're in my studio, and I can't wait to get to know you and your children more.